Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today at TDC Lounge, a show about creative people doing creative things in the world of performing arts. I'm your host, Tyson Garner. We're so excited for this next episode. We have one of my favorite people in the world from season 1 Teen Dance Challenge, Miss Chloe East. Welcome.
Yay.
So we would love to have you on this show right now, not only because, but a big part of it is, you were on our first season of Teen Dance Challenge, but also in the world of teen dance and teen performing, you're kind of a big deal. So now that you have finished with Teen Dance Challenge and have done obviously other things since then, what's next for you? What's coming up for you?
Well, what's coming up for me, I have Jessica Darling's It List, which is the movie coming out in spring, and then I'm also creating a line with the Joffrey Ballet.
Nice.
And that's going to be really fun, and some of the proceeds are going to go to a charity, so it's just a really good, going to be really fun to create the line.
Well, you said a lot of really cool things, so let's go back. So for those of the people out there who I don't think know what Jessica Darling is, but I think there's a lot of people who do. Can you kind of explain who Jessica Darling is and what the movie's going to be about?
Well, Jessica Darling's It List is based on the book Jessica Darling's It List, so it's a whole series. And so the way the author wrote it was really cool. She started with Jessica as the oldest Jessica in college, and then she went down while she was writing the book. So I start as the youngest Jessica, and it's kind of like going through all the middle school drama, and Jessica just wants to be herself in the beginning of the movie, and her sister gives her an It List, trying to make her someone she's not, and it doesn't work out there. Ends up completely failing her whole middle school, and then at the end of the movie she really just finds who she is and true to herself.
Did you find any similar characteristics in yourself, or was it some like straight acting where you're like, I had to find this character?
It was a little bit of a mix of both. Of course, I always like to make a huge storyline for whoever I'm playing, even if it's like just like me. I always, have to create different scenarios and just everything like that. But Jessica and me are similar because, I would just rather just be in a t-shirt and sweatpants all day and just like Jessica. And, rather, I'm not really into like dressing up. I would love to just take a normal t-shirt and a mug, or rather than getting a nice luxury purse or anything like that. And that's how me and Jessica are similar. We're just like more to ourselves and don't really care what other people think about us, and that's just where we're similar in that kind of way.
That's cool.
If we were also different.
And so if I remember correctly, when we were shooting Teen Dance Challenge, you were shooting the movie at the same time. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
it's a little bit crazy. So while you were shooting it, how do you do that? Like, how do you go from being on a movie to now go shooting, a competition dance show? Like, what do you do to prepare to do something like crazy like that?
Well, both of them I have to mentally prepare. Mm-hmm. I just can't jump into something. You definitely have to think of what you're doing, just make sure you're right in line, not scatterbrained.
Totally.
During the whole process of going into something. Definitely Jessica Darling's It List. I would get there early morning on set. I would have to go over my lines, memorize my lines, and we'll do rehearsal, run through. And it's just really all about preparation. I don't think if I had enough preparation, then it would be nothing. You have to really mentally give yourself some meditation and just really feel grounded. If you're not grounded, you're way up here, and it's kind of hard to find your true self. And it's the same thing with dancing. Just finding your true self and being grounded. That's just the best thing.
And you said that word a couple of times, grounded and mentally finding yourself. Is there somebody who taught you that, or something that you kind of, was that from acting class or dance class, or what's that from?
Well, my acting teacher, Iris Klein, she's amazing. I love her so much. She definitely is all about staying truthful and being grounded and just in life in general. And we always do this big meditation in the beginning of the class. It's just, I think about 5 or 10 minutes or something. But I learned it all from Iris, and I really look up to Iris. She's my favorite acting teacher.
Iris Klein, you said?
Iris Klein,
And where is she? Is she in Los Angeles?
Yeah, she's in Los Angeles.
How did you find her?
Well, I train Meisner-based acting, so wherever I can find a Meisner-based teacher, and we just found Iris. I'm not really sure. It was a little while ago. But whenever we did find Iris, it was just the most amazing thing because we found a Meisner-based acting teacher. So
now, did you, like the first session with her, were you like, yeah, this is the person I'm supposed to be working with? That's
for
cool.
sure.
That's awesome.
You can tell right off the bat. I've been to a lot of acting classes, and I can definitely tell right off the bat whether if really truthful acting and she really is very truthful.
Is this the same way with dance too? Like when you meet a dance teacher, you're like, oh yeah, this works.
Yes, you really know when someone knows what they're talking about, and you really feel it. It's almost like a feeling you can't describe. My friends will come to acting class and they'll just Iris's class and they'll just start crying because she's like, oh my gosh, like this is real. Like this isn't like playtime or anything, which it really is. It's not playtime.
And I feel like when I worked with you a little bit at Teen Dance Challenge, like it was easy for you to A, take direction, but also B, to like actually spit back out the direction that I gave you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So did acting help that kind of process? But I mean, I know you've taken a lot of dance. You're an incredible dancer. So like, do those two kind of go hand in hand, the acting and the dancing?
Well, acting is listening and reacting, and just like dance, you listen, you react, and so definitely acting and dancing are so similar. Like I love them both. I mean, dancing led me into acting, and they're just so amazing, and each of them have their own ways, and definitely acting has really helped me with my dancing. Connected, grounded, listening, reacting, all those things.
That's awesome. So now that we're moving forward a little bit, now that you're going to try to go to a summer intensive, but you're going to be crazy.
I'm so planning on going to the Joffrey.
Because I feel like, granted, all of the cast members at Teen Dance Challenge got scholarships to go, but it seems like, you know, your brand of dancing is now going to be in the next, you know, season. I mean, we're going to do a ballet. We're going to do a ballet season. And you did ballet in the first season, and you were amazing at it. You were so good at it. You're so good at it. And I want you to kind of explain to some of the ballerinas, like, A, what they can expect, but B, that in the conversations that we've had before, that it's more than just the competition. That coming here and being in the competition is more than just actually dancing in front of a camera. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, for sure. Even just performing.
Totally.
Anytime you get a chance to perform, just perform. It's just, you learn so much just from performing, and it's not about winning at all. It's just about working hard and, you know, of course, making new friends here. I've already knew everyone from Teen Dance Challenge before, but just being with them all the time, it was so incredible. And yeah, just for sure, Teen Dance Challenge, it's just coming and performing and trying your best and trying new things. And I did a self-choreographed piece, so wherever you can try something different or new, or whether it's just like doing the same dance, it really doesn't matter, just, you know, just coming here and dancing.
I think that's what myself and producer Matt were kind of looking for, was somebody who could create something on their own. Does that make sense? Like, it's easy to walk into a dance class, or it's not easy, but you know, for somebody who's been doing it a long time, easy-ish. But for somebody to walk in and just choreograph something for you and you spit it back out, it's cool and all. But to see somebody create something on their own, I feel like is really special. And I wanted especially our viewers, I wanted them to see that there's more to dance than just taking class and being in a competition or going to a convention. Like, you can start to create things on your own. So what did you do to get ready to create your own solo?
Well, at first I had to find the perfect piece of music. I really fell in love with Sign I Wish You Well, which was a song that I used. It has to start off with the song, because if you don't feel a song, it's just kind of like, you don't really feel like into the dance. And so something that really moves you, and just going with yourself and what your creativity and like whatever things, don't try to like match someone else's, just
totally, or like copy. Do your
own thing. Even if you like fall on your face, you're like, wait, that was kind of cool. I can like make that look good.
Right.
Something like
that totally. So what about that song were you like really drawn to? Is there a specific part of the song that you were like, I really am feeling this? And what was that?
Well, the song almost reminded me of like an African, like I call them like African dance, like on a stream with a lake, because you can hear slightly in the music, you can hear like a stream like flowing down. You could hear a big hard bass in the beginning, which is just so awesome.
That's
just
cool.
To, like hear like shouts through their whole body.
Yeah, because when I saw you do it the first time, I was like, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that was cool. It kind of jolts you back into for sure. So now that you have received a scholarship and are, unless you get another movie, which is totally possible, and you go to the summer intensive, what are you wanting to get out of the summer intensive? When you go to something like that, like if you're going to Joffrey this summer, like what are you hoping to get from that week or 2 weeks that you're at the intensive?
Well, definitely, first of all, just the experience, just to put yourself out there with new kids, new teachers, new styles, new location, just everything like that, just putting yourself there into different situations. It's just important not to get comfortable in what you're doing, always trying to change things up. I really want, when I go there, I want to definitely improve technique and less is more, and just putting myself out there and not being afraid to try something.
That's fair. And then I remember seeing you a few years back, and I think I saw you at YGP, and then you had a male ballet teacher.
Yes, Michael Houston.
He's amazing.
He's amazing.
Like,
I'm so sad I can't take from him, since I live in LA now, and it's just so far, and it was just like just the big thing, like when we moved up to LA.
And is he now down in Orange County?
Yes, he is down in Orange County. I would love to take another class with him.
He's fantastic. Like he did a great job with you, and I've seen some of his students that he works with now. He's fantastic. So, moving forward now, like, so now that you got the scholarship, you're going to Joffrey for the summer, barring another movie. You know what I mean? So we at Joffrey and Teen Dance Challenge have decided to do kind of a clothing line, and we want you to be part of it. And so we talked about it. We talked about it with your mom, talked about like how and who we want this to be for. And I think what we've come up with is really just, we want it to be for the dancer who wants to be better. Like, it's easy to sit on YouTube and be a fan of good dancers, but really what and I think Joffrey is the same thing, want is for somebody not to be a fan but a peer. And
love that,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I really want that to be kind of the underlying message is, don't be a fan, be a peer, go get it. You know what I mean? And what would you say to somebody who watches you on YouTube and goes, oh, she's so good? Like, and what would be the next step? What do you think the next step would be?
Well, even when I watch some YouTube videos and just incredible, like ballerinas, Vaganova trained in Russia, and you just look at them and you're like, oh my gosh, so like, I don't think I'll ever be able to do that. But instead of thinking I'll never be able to do that, or oh my gosh, that's going to take so much work, just like, wait, I'm like one step there, just to trying that out, and just looking at something and looking at almost as a bar, and then you want to raise that bar. So just always looking at it and then trying to improve yourself. That's awesome.
So when we get to the place when we start to make the clothing line for you, and we start to do things for it, I know we spoke with Joffrey. We really want to bring it to a charity and make it. Is there a reason why you were so adamant about bringing a charity involved with this and making it something more than just, selling shirts with your face on, or your name on it?
Well, I don't want to take anything for granted in life, just always being thankful for everything you have. And I just feel like there's so many great things that I have in life and I'm so grateful for, and it's just a way to give back. And it just makes you just feel good inside, just to like give back to people and just doing like the right thing, because there's really people out there that really need help and they need support. So it's just a great way to do that.
That's awesome. Is there some charities that you've worked with in the past?
I've worked with No Kid Hungry. I did. It was just really awesome. I got to go to Denny's and like all those, like Joe's Crab Shack, and I really loved working with them. And it was just so great to just tell everyone about the charity and how they can donate and how easy it was to donate. Totally. You just go to Corner Bakery and you order a lemon bar, and then you have donated to charity. So things like that. It's just really awesome to give back.
That's really cool. Well, I really appreciate you coming by, and good luck with Jessica Darling. I know you got to run. I know you have another audition for something.
Yeah, I got to run out.
Yeah. Yeah. So I really appreciate you being on the show. I really, really do. And it's good to see you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So thanks everybody for joining us today. I want to thank Miss Chloe East for stopping by. Thanks always to producer Matt and Chris. And remember, subscribe now on YouTube at Teen Dance Challenge or to catch all our new episodes of the TDC Lounge. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Teen Dance Challenge, and Twitter at teen_chow. And stay tuned for more information on how you can be on season 2 of Teen Dance Challenge. I'm your host, Tyson Garner. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.